According to the UFC megastar, he could chase a rematch with Floyd Mayweather, fight estranged sparring partner Paulie Malignaggi, or pursue a UFC match against interim title contenders Tony Ferguson and Kevin Lee, old foe Nate Diaz, biting Justin Gaethje, the unbeaten Khabib Nurmagomedov in Russia. He showed little interest in a super fight against Georges St-Pierre, tipping the welterweight icon to get whooped by middleweight champion Michael Bisping in his comeback after 4 years, while insisting he was intent on finally defending his lightweight belt. The interview was with Caroline Pearce at an evening with Conor McGregor in Glasgow. Here's some of what was said. Floyd Mayweather. What's sickening me is that the little motherfucker is retired now. I know, if I went another go with him, under boxing rules, I'd get that win. I know that. I know by the feeling of him in the first fight. He had to change his whole approach. He fought completely different than he ever fought. He couldn't figure out what I was doing early on. With the lessons I learned from that first fight, if I had another go now, I'd get him. At the same time, he's 500, and he's getting on. I'm not gonna start calling him out. I'm happy to see a fighter do well. Floyd Mayweather Jr. celebrates after beating Conor McGregor. Source AFP. I got beat. I got beat under that rule set. I'm not going to start giving off like that. I accepted the rules, and I was beat in the rules. Make no mistake, every time I took his back in that Fink fight and the referee separated us, in a real fight it's done right there. That was the part for me that I had to get over the most. I almost feel like I sold myself out. I put so many skills and so many shots in my back pocket for a paycheck and big event, and that's been messing with my head a little bit. Let's see how he handles this round of money. I might get the phone call again, and we may do it again. Originally, he said an MMA fight next. He was talking about an MMA fight next. That's what he said before the fight. So, what's he going to do? Does he want another fight? In my head I'm thinking, get one of these boxing guys to come over into my world now. Fair play to him, it's some purchase, a $26 million mansion. I'm thinking, the tax bill of this last fight, the tax bill off his previous bill, and then his good investments. I think I could be getting a call anytime soon to go again, and I think want to. Paulie Malignaggi. Maybe Malignaggi would come over and do an MMA bout, or Floyd. Maybe I could entice Floyd back. We could either do a rematch in boxing, or like he Mayweather said originally, we'll do an MMA fight next. They are the options that are on the table for me right now. Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Conor McGregor speak following their fight. Source AFP. UFC CONTENDER. There's an interim belt on the line right now. That's an option. Of course, the Nate Diaz trilogy fight is there. I'm happy they're fighting Ferguson and Lee. This is what I wanted, because they're all bums at the end of the day. Make no mistake about that. I'm just happy they're fighting. I just want to see them compete. Too many of them pull out right at the wire, and we're still not at this fight yet, so I'm just going to pray that this one goes ahead. Of course Nate is still there waiting, but he'll be left waiting until we figure something out. I'm just going to put a few options out there and see what bounces back. It's got to excite me. Let me see what these two fools do this weekend. We'll see what the energy is like. Conor McGregor attends his after-fight party. Source Getty Images. Again, Khabib. That's another option. That's definitely an option. As I said earlier about the other two that are fighting, I'm just happy to see them fighting. There's also that Gaethje guy. He's fighting another guy that I fought for the title, Eddie Alvarez. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens there. He's an undefeated fighter and Eddie could come back. I just want to see them fight. They're talking about me fighting. I'm the one going into other people's domains and fighting. They're sitting on Twitter typing away and complaining. I'm in there trying to do it. Obviously, Khabib in Russia would be a great one. It would be a crazy one. We'll see what happens. I'll need to see him make weight though. There's no way I'm going over there and he's not making weight. I need assurance. Bisping versus GSP, it's another money fight, even though he's been retired. I don't know, I think he's going to get his ass whooped by Bisping. To be honest, I think it's a mistake for him to step in at that weight after so long out.